My name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your number one source for real estate advice online. And today I'm making this video from one of my tax sale foreclosure houses. I'm going to show you the inside of it. This is one of the houses that I received at a tax sale. I want to say it's been 4 years ago now, so we've done a little bit of work on it since. We're not completely finished because I'm doing a little by little, and I'm not really a expert in remodeling houses or anything like that. And but I just wanted to tell you and show you one of my success stories, basically. So this video is going to be about a couple questions I had, whether I can be a bird dog for you all, and also how do I make money by helping you. And before I get into the topic, make sure you subscribe at the bottom of this video if you haven't yet. You'll get a very valuable newsletter with all the information that I have accumulated over many years, and that's how I can stay in touch with you. So anyways, my website's down here. Don't forget to subscribe. So let's make this video here. We are at one of my houses in Midtown Savannah. It's about a mile from Forsyth Park, where the historic district starts, south side of it. And this house I received at a tax sale in 2015, so it's been about 4 years now. And basically it was minimum bid, nobody bid against me, and nobody claimed the house, nobody redeemed it, and I was able to borrow redemption rights of the original owner and have been remodeling and working on it ever since. I use it as an Airbnb, but here at downtown Savannah we have to rent homes for 30 days or over, so they're not considered short-term rentals. So that's how I avoid paying the city taxes. So it's not really a short-term rental, it's a seasonal rental, which is kind of the intermediate between long-term and short-term. So I'll show you at the end of this video, I'll show you kind of like how it looks like. I have the front door open, so it is a little bit loud because we're kind of like on a busy street, but I'll show you kind of what it looks like inside here as well. Kind of proud of this one. This is one of my success stories anyways, and I did buy this house for $1,300 initially. So let's get to this question I had from a subscriber. I had a very specific question from a subscriber, and they're asking me to work for them as a bird dog. And for what I understood, that means is basically finding these deals for you all out there to invest your money in. And of course, since you can't be everywhere at the same time, researching auctions takes a long time. Trying to find the deals out of hundreds and hundreds of properties is difficult, takes a lot of time, and of course you want to have the expert on your side. So the first question is, do I do those kinds of services? So here's kind of like my business model. I don't try to find the deals for you and just send them to you, but what I can do is sort of kind of the same thing. So my business model, aside from selling ebooks and doing this completely 100% by myself in terms of investing, is whenever I do find deals that I don't want to buy, I think they're a good deal, but I don't want to buy them because whatever reason, and maybe I have enough on my plate right now, or it's a little bit outside my area, or maybe you're looking in a specific area where I'm not looking, but you want to use my services, my expertise to help you find these deals and invest in them. So the way this will work is you would basically get in touch with me and ask me if I work in any specific area that you're interested in, maybe a county or a state, and then if we agree for me to help you there, I'll find some deals for you, some good deals. I'll send you the information if you want to know. Other than that, what I usually do is we'll set up some sort of trust account that I have access to, and that you of course have access to as well. And I will purchase the properties on your behalf from your money that you put in that trust fund account. And at that point, when the property is purchased, it's going to be completely in your name, it's going to be using your funds, but I will basically be managing it, and then I'll take a percentage of the upside only. So that means when whenever you make profit with the property when you sell it, it's at the end of the redemption period, or if it's a deed sale, which is pretty much immediately, or whenever you decide to actually turn the property over, either make it a rental or sell it, that's when I will send you a bill for 25% or some other amount that we negotiate on. Usually it's about 25%, and you keep your 75% and I'll take my fee, and you don't have to do the whole running around trying to research them, trying to find them. I've had actually somebody that I spoke to, and they're like, I'm not sure, why am I spending 25%? A property manager only collects 10%. Yeah, that's true. A property manager doesn't really have to do a whole lot. Once the tenant is placed into a property and they're supposedly good tenants, you'll be collecting as a property manager about 10% just to keep them, collect the rent, deposit into the owner's account, maybe pay some sort of expense to maybe a maintenance guy every once in a while, once every a couple months or so, whenever, and it's pretty easy. But I collect a little bit larger fee to find these deals for you, because it actually is very time intensive to try to find them. You can't find them. I have a very efficient way to find them, just because I've been doing this for a very long time and I know what I'm looking for. But if you want to do this yourself, of course you can use your own time. But a lot of the people that I work with are people that have full-time jobs that can't dedicate hours and hours and days a month to try to find the right deal. So it becomes very frustrating for them to find something. It might take them a long time to get a good deal. Like I said, I've been doing tax sale foreclosure investing for a long time. For the first couple of years, probably about 10 years, I really didn't make a whole lot, because I was doing everything by myself. I didn't want to pay anybody. I didn't pay for any courses or classes. I just was completely 100% self-taught. And I also was very stubborn not to learn from anybody else. Now, if at that time I had a person like myself now, the service that I'm offering, to help me, then I could have saved myself a lot of time and made a lot of money, because 75% of a really, really good deal is better than 0% or even less than that. So I think my fee is normal, what is normal and customary for the people that offer the services. And sorry for the loud noise. We're right in the city, and the door is open. So I think it's pretty fair. Of course, that's negotiable, and the percentage is only taken on the upside. So whenever you actually collect a profit, kind of like attorney's fees, if there's a lawsuit, and the attorney collects about 33% of any kind of one lawsuit. So I collect a little bit less, it's about 25%, but I do all these steps for you. And of course, it includes finding the deal, setting up any kind of trust account so that we can transfer the money and buy these properties easily. I'll keep track of the paperwork and all the dates and any kind of legal work that needs to be done. You will have to pay me for some expenses. Of course, the attorneys cost money. My travel expenses, if I have any, also cost money, so expenses need to be paid very quickly. Now, I do understand that if you don't know me and you are just listening to my videos for the first time, you don't understand my kind of business model, and yeah, why should you trust me instead of an accountant? I have access to the funds. But the thing is, like everything in any business, you're working with people that you trust. A lot of people that I work with and that I do this for, I've known them for a very long time. We've done other business dealings together. They know I'm not going anywhere. They know that I'm a woman of my word, basically, and I deliver. So, that's of course, that may not be something for you. You might want to do all of this yourself and kind of keep control of it, which is fine. Or you may want to go the easy route and pay somebody like me or somebody like me the fee and have everything taken care of. So for the all-inclusive tax sale foreclosure investing business model, basically. Now, if you want to do all this yourself, of course, I have ebooks on my website. They're at the bottom of this video. That's the name, the link to the website. You can go there. You can purchase my ebooks any time of the day. and you can just sit down and try to do this yourself, which is perfectly fine with me. Everything that you need to know is in my ebooks, is in my YouTube videos. You can also ask me questions. I try to get to my questions as quickly as possible, but I can't always answer every question that I get or every comment that I get on YouTube. So of course I also have private consulting time where we're going to go a little bit more one-on-one, and yeah, so you can do the all-inclusive package and pay me a fee to do all of this for you that I teach, or you can do it yourself by using the information in my ebooks, my YouTube videos, or you can get the information from any other course out there. Now let's just address one other thing here, because I got another comment, which is a very good comment. I don't know if you realize that very recently I was invited by my good friend Jason Hartman to be a guest speaker at one of his mastermind conferences, real estate investing conferences. This is where he invests a couple of really savvy, very smart investors together for a weekend in different parts of the world, different parts of the United States, cities that he chooses, and they do all kinds of cool stuff, and have a conference basically where they also talk about real estate investing, exchange information and share information and thoughts, and learn from each other basically. And I was the guest speaker at his conference on tax sale foreclosure investing. So I kind of told people about my business model, that there's the all-inclusive set of information. I kind of told all these people this business model where I do an all-inclusive package where I basically help you find the deals and collect a fee at the end of the upside. The other option, of course, is to purchase my ebooks, which is 100% you doing the work, and just by listening to the ebook information that I put out there already. Now, the really savvy investors at this conference had a really good question. They're like, well, if we were to hire you to find good deals for us, let's say at a lien sale, let's say the state of Georgia, where we collect, in the state of Georgia, you will get a 20% penalty on a lien. So basically, if I go out and purchase a property for $1,000, the original owner has to pay me $1,000 plus $200 in penalty from day one, from the day of the auction, to pay me back for, to redeem that property, to get it back basically. So if I'm going to take 25% on those $200, that's not a whole lot, you know, that's like 50 bucks. So where do I actually make my money there? So here is my answer to that. I won't really make any money on that. And but the point is that we're using your money. My money as an individual one investor only takes me so far. When I have money for more people, it takes me further. I can maybe bid $2,000 on this property, or maybe $5,000 or $10,000, and of course 20% on that is also going to be a higher amount. So that's a step one where I'm going to be making money if I'm using the all-inclusive model, business model of helping you how to invest. On deed sales, we have a whole different scenario. Deed properties usually sell for a lot more, and also there's no redemption period or anything like that, or penalty, so you actually have the property right away. So the upside there will be whatever the profit is, the difference between what we sell this property for versus what we buy it for. So if you bought a property for $50,000 in an auction, we sell it for $150,000. The delta is $100,000. I would be making $25,000 on that. That's okay. I'm good with that. You know, that's a pretty good deal, especially if we're using your money and I don't have to outlay anything of my cash, which I use for my own investments. So and you will make, you know, the lion's share of this, of course, and everybody wins. Now, but let's get back to the liens. So why would I even help you try to find good liens? Well, the thing is that everything in real estate investing really kind of focuses on the law of averages, basically. So yeah, there will be properties that will likely redeem, and I'm probably not going to make a lot of money on those. But maybe I buy 10 of those for you, and maybe 2/3 of them will redeem, and I'll make $50 on each. So I'm not going to make a lot of money helping you. But then there will be like a small amount, 1/3 of those will actually not redeem, and then you'll be able to sell them and get a very significant upside, which then makes up for the time that I spend trying to find all of them for you. So it's kind of like it averages itself out. You have to think of it kind of like a pipeline that you have to keep feeding. If you stop feeding the pipeline, eventually nothing else will come out at the end. So let me just give you a case in point. The reason I'm making this video right here in this house. Let's say this is the house I would have found for you at a lien sale a couple years ago. You would have given me $1,500 for this property to buy it, and right now this property generates anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 a month in rent, depending on how often I rent it. And I would be collecting 25% of that monthly rent, of course, while we're trying to figure out what to do with it. But as of this point right now, the property is appraised for approximately $80,000 to $100,000, and we put I don't know, maybe like $30,000 into it to fix it up. So you're in, let's say you're in $30,000 total. That's purchase price plus the repairs and remodels and everything over the last 4 years, and it appraises for $100,000. So the difference is $70,000. So you're going to be selling this property, and I'm going to be collecting 25% on that. Of course, that's a little bit over $14,000 there. About how much is it? $17,000 or something like that. That's a pretty good deal. And you were the one that laid the money out, and you would have made the lion's share of this. You would have made the $80,000 minus, of course, your expenses. So just kind of run those numbers through you. I'm not going to be making anything helping you find good lien properties, but what I'm aiming for is for you to eventually get a couple nuggets that will give you a big return, and that's where I'm going to be making my percentage. So, and I also learn on every property that I buy for other investors. I learn, and the goal, of course, is to use other people's money, your money, to invest in them, so I can reach further, because I can only do so much with the money that I have. And I hope that answers your question. I don't know if it did, but if it didn't, please leave me a comment at the bottom of this video. I look forward to read all your comments, suggestions, questions, feedback, criticism. Make sure you subscribe at my website there, also juliamspencer.com, and I look forward to hear from you. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what this property looks like today.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.